Hi, I'm Joni Hilton, your YouTube mom. Years ago, I wrote a book about things you could freeze, how to make a bunch of meals and freeze them so that you're only cooking once or twice a month. Well, there are a bunch of items people don't realize they should be keeping in their freezer. And it'll help you have an easier life, and they're kind of some slick tricks. So I'm going to show you. This first one, if you freeze fruit, now this is some fruit already frozen that I bought packaged, but you could cut up your own bananas and melons and fruit and keep them in the freezer. Then when you want to make a smoothie, you don't need to use ice cubes. Your frozen fruit will do the job. Another thing I always tell people to keep in the freezer is grated cheese, because it thaws so fast because the pieces are so tiny, they thaw in no time. So when you want to add a handful of cheese to an omelet or anything you're making, just keep it in the freezer and just take it directly from there. So often, you know, we buy these convenient packages of grated cheese, but if you put it in the crisper in your fridge, before you know it, it goes moldy, and this is a way to prevent that entirely. This is a fun idea. Frozen grapes, you don't have to blanch them or do anything, just pop them in the freezer and they are a delicious little treat. Just pop one off and enjoy. And this I recommend if you're entertaining and you're either having a salad bowl or maybe you're serving something in a goblet. Pop it in the freezer and it'll be all frosty. So you can see how that's frosty there. And it's a fun way to have something keep something else super cold. Now these are two items I always recommend freezing. Just keep them, store them in the freezer all the time. One is flour and one is nuts. And the reason is nuts can go rancid very quickly, and if you store them at room temperature, they will faster. So you can completely halt that process by keeping nuts in the freezer. Same with flour. You know, flour, whether it's wheat flour, rice flour, whatever, it's made from a grain of some kind that has been broken, and the minute that hull is broken, that rancidity process begins again. So anytime you buy flour, just keep it in a nice little sealed up tight container so it won't get that freezer taste, and just store it forever in your freezer. And last of all, I want to show you this. This is some frozen chicken, and what is in there with it? Well, I'll tell you what it is. And I even made another video for you earlier telling you this idea, but I had to include it today because it's such a great one. Anytime you buy fish, chicken, pork, beef, whatever, and you're going to freeze it for another time, put the marinade in with it in the little container you're freezing it in. In this case, it's a resealable plastic bag. And then when you take it out and you thaw it, it will marinate as it thaws and save you all kinds of time. Now, what's a good marinade to include? Here's the easiest one you can imagine. Salad dressing. Put your meat in the bag and then just do a glug of salad dressing, or it could be anything. It can be seafood sauce. It can be barbecue sauce. But whatever it is that you want, or an Asian sauce. Ooh, yum. I'm getting ideas now. But you just put that in with your meat and toss the meat around so that it's coated, freeze it, and then marinates as it thaws, which is a great way to do it. I'm Joni Hilton, your YouTube mom. Hey, visit my website, jonihilton.com, and be sure to buy my books and scroll through, watch some other videos just like this, full of great ideas for you, and we'll see you next time.